Cambodia we can see it. Yeah. No, Cambodia, but that one is bigger size. It took 2 hours to find it up. Is that Cambodia that place? Yeah, correct. I think I suspect the same kind.
Yeah, it's the same kind of tree, the thickest. Strangler fig. It looks very old.
Of the tree had crossed over the tree.
Then what is this tree?
It's a banyan tree, a strangler fig.
Strangler fig.
Yeah.
You can explain a bit?
Yeah, the banyan tree is spread by birds. It's a kind of fig tree, one of the fig family of trees. And when the birds eat the fruits, the seeds will pass through the birds, and whenever the birds poo, the seeds will land. And so you find this kind of tree growing on rooftop gutters, on the surfaces of houses in town. Old houses, you often see this kind of tree growing on them. So it also grows here. And it's called a strangler fig because the roots will wrap around another tree and eventually strangle it. And in this case, it's wrapped around the tomb.
Oh, it was until it was cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened is in the 1927-28 period, they have a family burial ground. This they come. You know everybody. You all know Tiong Bahru. There's one Lim Liak Street, right? Yeah. Lim Liak Street is named after Lim Liak, who actually is a very. He has a lot of the. He started this tin mining and tapioca. Tin mining. So I think he also have some collaboration with the Sultan at that time to start this tin mining, and he helped to settle some dispute. So he has 2 sons, and one is Teki and the other one is Tekwi now. So what happened is their family grave together with Lim Liak mother-in-law, which is a 1860 grave. When Tiong Bahru was being developed, their family burial ground was relocated in Bukit Brown. But then one of the descendants decided to change. He first asked me to find his grandfather, the great-grandfather, which actually is Chan Siu. Then after that, he cannot find the tomb. He said that his father remembered that they come during the pre-World War. At that time, there's no such tree, I think. But anyway, after pre-World War, they never come again, and they cannot find it because it's totally overwrapped. And later on, because I first spotted the tomb of the great-grandmother, 1860 stone relocated. From there, I know that he's Lim Liak mother-in-law, and he must be buried next to it because this is totally covered up by this tree. You cannot see the tombstone at all. So we have the tree cut to review, and then from there we know the ancestry because this is ancestry somewhere in the Bukit area, and from there we see that he has a son. That's how we identify his tomb. And this year is Emperor Ring year, Guangxiu, 1885. 1885. Yeah. And look, a pair of lions. A pair of lions. You can see? Oh, sorry, dragons. Yeah, dragons. You can see the dragons, huh? And this is actually like a pearl. You know the dragons always chase after a pearl in the temple roof and all those. Yeah. Yeah. This is representing the pearl. And here, 3 very elaborate carving. The middle one is the Kirin Fu. We call it the Fu. Yeah. Then we have a this is a deer. Yeah. What does deer represent? Why longevity? It's longevity. Why? Because in Chinese it says Lu. Fu Lu So. Yeah. Yeah, Lu. Not longevity, sorry. Lu. Prosperity. Yeah. Longevity is this one, crane. Yeah? You see here, actually there's a crane. Later you can take a picture. is a crane, means longevity. So fu, lu, so. Yeah, fu, lu, so. Okay. And anything else? There are a lot of other elaborate carvings here. Yeah. So we are still trying to clean up the place, but there are so many tombs here. You know, a lot of them, like what you say, strangled by this kind of figures. Yeah. Now talking about Lim Liak,
This is his son, right?
this is no,
Grandson.
yeah, Lim Liak's son. Lim Liak himself was bring back to China to be reburied. Yeah, that's why we cannot find his. Even Wanpo, you know Wanpo, also bring back to China to. A lot of them they bring back to China to be reburied. But sometimes the wife or sometimes they prefer to be buried here, or they got their own family burial ground. Just now you mentioned Tan Kim Cheng, right? Tan Kim Cheng was originally buried in Changi. I think somewhere near now there's some airport facility or something.
Small one.
Yeah, small, not small, big one. Yeah, very big. With pair of lions. Elephants. Yeah, elephants. Yeah. Okay. So, talking about Lapao. So last time Lapao published an article. He criticized this family, the Wee family in Mengkali. He said the coolies there are suffering. You are having forced labor. They are living like slaves. They are being dragged into slavery. So finally he went to court and the family sued the Lapao. The Lapao has to apologize. They, why? You must have evidence that I treat the slave inhuman. So they cannot find because these are, oral archives or something. Finally, Lapao lose the case and had to apologize and pay damages. Yeah. So just now you see the mother, right? This is the younger son. The tomb is almost the same style. And you can see also the royal monarchy of Holland, and then you can see Capitan. So he take after the father passed away, he become the next Capitan. Yeah. And here, what is interesting, you see this 1838, this panel here. Okay, this panel is one of the few. You know, there are panels here from the Dragon of the White Snake, Bai Se Chuan. And this is the Romance of the West Chamber, Xi Xiang Ji. You know, Xi Xiang Ji last time is a forbidden novel. Why? Because they say this man go and meet one official daughter, he's a student, go and meet one official daughter, then they meet together secretly, arranged by the maid, meet secretly in the toilet, and then they elope together. Now last time you're not supposed to elope like that, you must get the parents' permission to get married, xiangqi, then later you can only see each other sometimes during the wedding night. Like, how can you meet secretly in a garden arranged by the maid and then elope? So that the novel was actually a forbidden, Xi Xiang Ji. So later you can go down, you take the picture, you'll see one scholar looking lusciously at the pretty lady and the maid down there as the go in between. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, of course the rest, all the carvings are also very unique and very similar to that tomb. That's how I make the identification. Yeah. Also this one is thick. Nah? Okay, you all want to take a look.